Okay. So this story is called Die Hard, Dead the Quickest. And the
Oh,
description
did
is
I fuck it
John
up?
McClane identity is erased.
Well, that's a good description.
Yes. Holy shit, motherfucking ostrich flamingos.
Yeah, I botched already. That's a good chance to fix this whole FPS being displayed in the corner.
Alright. Okay, so, starting right off here. Die the quickest. I am not a superhero. John McClane says to the news reporter on the television set as he sits in the New York is cramped between two people.
Wait,
Two
wait.
annoying people.
Who are they?
A heavy-set woman in her late 40s, carrying a white poodle, and he is barking at his man, also in his late 50s, reading the newspaper, he too getting annoyed at the yapping dog. First time in New York? John asked Tring to read over the man's gets annoyed at that too. The man looks at John with an expression like, how dare you talk to raises an eyebrow, and just turns the other way. No, I have been here before. John is shocked the man answered him, and he didn't answer him politely, is now looking at this man profile. The right side of his face looks very familiar to me, John thought. Why are you here? The man turns away from reading his newspaper, now looking closer at his now lowered his thinks it is odd this man is all sudden interested in the before he couldn't give a damn.
You came in on a Die Hard fan fiction.
I am here waiting for my wife to pick me up. John looks over at the yapping dog after answering the goes to pet the poodle, but the dog yaps at him and pulls his hand away. Oh shit, it pulled
Oh
his hand.
no! It ripped his hand right off! Our villain!
Hey lady, if that dog bit, I would have to arrest him for assaulting a police officer. The woman and John both laugh at the same time as John flashes his police. The man sitting next to him sees the gold of the police badge. It catches his attention and his eyes open quickly, folds up his newspaper, lays it down on the bench and walks away. John turns to look at the man sitting next to, feels uneasy because of the man leaving that quickly without anyone knowing. He did notice is a little black bag where the man picked it up and is thinking about opening it but didn't. Hey lady, is this your bag? No, sorry, I am sorry. Oh, no, sir, I am sorry. It must have belonged to the other gentleman. Thank you, excuse me? Why, of course. John stands up from the bench and is now carrying the black little black bag in his right, starts walking fast and hurries past people, cutting through the large, finally catches up with the man who had left the bag. Excuse me, sir, I think you forgot this? John holds the bag high in the air, waving it over his man, stops walking, and turns around to tries to walk back to where he stops when he sees two men coming up from behind John. Two very large of them grabbed John around his neck and used him as this man pulled a gun from inside his, aimed and fired at the man who John was talking to.
Hold on.
Okay.
That's just... Oh, what?
I don't know.
The action scenes in the new Die Hard movie are really claustrophobic, it seems.
This is the official script of the new movie. I think that the script writers were a little inebriated when they wrote. I think that there's some grammatical issues, but
otherwise 10 out of 10, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, there's intrigue for sure. Anyways, let me try this part again because I didn't quite grasp it. Two very large of them, the men, grabbed John around his neck and used him as this man pulled a gun from inside his, aimed and fired, I'm assuming his pocket. He aimed and fired at the man who John was talking to. So he was talking to the man John was talking to, watches as the man whose name he never got to know fell to his knees with a bullet in his chest. Okay, so John was talking to a man, and then two very large men grabbed John around his neck, and then the guy with the bag shot the other guy that John was trying to talk to before he got strangled by two large men. That's
so it
clear.
seems, yeah.
I got that.
You got
All
all of
right.
that, right?
Yeah, we got the cinematography down now.
Okay.
John is now trying to break free from the other man's, flips the man over his shoulder and onto his, falls hard onto the he, raises his gun and is quick to fire, reacts by swinging his right boot, knocking the gun out of his hand. After he fires and picks up the gun and gets down on one, sees the other man running, aims the gun very carefully in the man's direction. Freeze, NYPD! The man doesn't stop. Instead, he keeps on that he has this man dead to rights. John hits the man in the back, which causes him to spin around. Then John fires again, hitting this man with a bullet, and his falls fast to the floor. But first, he grabs a woman by her white skirt, and he falls over on her, and the woman screams. Oh no! John runs to the woman's, bends down, and removes the dead body laying on top of is in the fetal position with her body, holds out his hand, and helps her to her feet. You alright, miss? I think so. John watches as the woman tries to dust herself. There's some blood at the bottom of her, then looks straight ahead as he sees 2 airport security police officers coming to arrest him. What are airport security police officers doing on a
is
train?
Kame ready to join the call? Oi.
Is he?
He says oi, so I'm gonna guess he is.
Okay.
Bring me! Bring me! Okay, I'll bring you. I'll fucking bring you.
Bring me.
Just gonna wait for him to... He's in the call now, apparently, so... I don't know, apparently whenever I added you to the call, it broke.
Oh,
So, but we're alive now, though, I think. It says
working,
so.
yeah.
Yeah,
working.
it's great. Good. Now that you're in the call, are you ready, Kame? You have to turn your mic up a bit, though. You're pretty quiet.
Well, I'm still eating, but you know.
Oh, you're still eating, but you just wanna listen to this, I see?
Well, I mean, I'm here. I'm just eating.
Alright.
So,
Well,
I mean, you're gonna have all of my reactions.
yeah.
Except now he's
snacking.
eating, yeah. See, bonus
So-
features.
So what do
Yeah,
you make
this is
of
DLC.
what do you make of 2 airport security police officers on a subway train? I wonder how
Maybe
that
they're on their
happened.
way to work.
Or maybe they are. That would make sense, I guess.
I suppose, maybe.
It's the most logical thing. But I don't know. I don't know if I trust this author's frame of logic to go quite that far.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, to be quite real with you. I missed
I
one
mean,
bot.
Maybe they're
in
just
a couple sentences, when the breakdown was happening here.
okay. So we're on the train with John McClane. We're going insane. There's a man with a bag, and he's a terrorist, I'm assuming. And he shot a guy, and there were 2 larger guys, and John McClane's judo flipped them over his shoulders, and then shot the guy with the bag, who fell on a woman, got the man off of the woman,
Oh!
and now there's airport security. And that's what I have so far.
That makes a whole lot of sense.
Yep.
And that
Right.
it makes no sense whatsoever. So,
Don't say that about this.
I mean, you know, I didn't have the chance to get fully immersed, so I'm trying to understand, you know.
I
mean,
get you.
It's our buddy John McClane. We haven't seen him in months, so you know.
It actually almost been 2 years since we did that.
This might just be another day in New York for John McClane.
You're right, you know, this could be ordinary, finding plane officers on, like...
Maybe we're trying to breach into his life, and he's just numb to this by this point, whereas
Yeah,
we think it's still quite extraordinary.
You know,
Well.
you might have a point. He wakes up and there's a ninja in his bedroom. You know, we don't know.
Yeah, that's true. That's
By the
true.
way, let's continue on with this great story now that everybody's here, the whole gang's here.
All right, so John McClane looks straight ahead as he sees 2 airport security police officers coming to arrest him. What is your name? My name is Bernice. Are you? I am John Bernice. If I can't get to a phone, please call this number for my wife Holly. What makes you think you won't be able to call your wife? Bernice, I have been arrested before and not that easy getting to a me tell ya. I think he
is
has like an
lovely.
Italian accent, like Mario. Like, you're not gonna be getting to a me. you know, he's
I
being
get it.
interrogated. I won't
You know-
tell you nothing.
When I get interrogated, I switch accents too. It's actually a very viable strategy.
Yeah. So John lays the gun on the ground and already places both hands on top of his I think that's supposed to be head. Has been through this routine at many different knows it very well. I feel like there are words just cut out of this. At certain
Well, I'm
points.
glad you're noticing it now.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe it's some sort of cultural barrier we don't understand.
Sneaking suspicion is telling me.
Maybe something might be missing in the script.
Well,
Maybe.
if it isn't Andy and the boys, just got here in time. I just did your for ya. Is that a fact? John feels the cold metal of the handcuffs around his, is then placed against the wall with his hands behind his, is being body searched. Look,
Okay.
before I waste the body part waste any more of your time, I am a name, is John McClane. I am a cop with wallet, should be in my back pocket there. I don't
Is
see
this
it.
like the Turkish version or something?
Yes. No, this is the
I
bit
am a name.
or something. I am a name.
This is fresh out of Google Translate, guys.
I
don't
almost
s-
feel like that might be true. It said name, not mains. What are you, dude? Oh god, he made a typo. It's even better.
I don't
Never
see
will
any
then.
wallet. What? Well, hell, check again, man. I just had it a minute ago. I told you I do not see any wallet. Ah, damn it, I lost my wallet. Wife is going to kill me. John is taken to the police. Security walks past his new friend Bernice, who is still in shock, not really knowing. Is Bernice the one who got shot? I don't.
Maybe.
Okay. Who is still in shock, not really knowing what is going, gave her a serious expression saying, "Please call my wife."
Serious.
That's what I was saying. John meets Captain Mark. Is now sitting. Oh, just go. John meets Captain Mark. Is now sitting at a table in this small little room, allowing his precarious time. So Jonas is standing above him, shining a light, and he
English.
squints at the light. So John Doe, why did you kill that man in my airport today? Wait, is it an airport? I need to go back.
Well, you know, there are subways in airports. I've been in one.
No.
No.
No. Hold on.
I mean, there is. There's like little trams that take you from one part of the airport to the other.
I don't know if
Maybe-
that's like a subway in a traditional sense, though.
Maybe I just assumed it was a subway? I don't think they well, they explain like there's a bench. I thought maybe a subway sort of seat. I don't know. I got like a subway train sort of feel, like they're awkwardly waiting and there's the woman with the poodle and then
I
shit
get you, man. I get you.
But apparently we're at the airport. So
Yeah, you know.
Maybe the subway was going to the airport.
Ooh, meta.
maybe. All right.
That's
You
meta,
know,
yo.
they could all be down the street from each other. We don't know.
Well, please call my wife. Okay. So, John Doe, why did you kill that man in my airport today? My name isn't John Doe. I told you idiots a million times is John, my prince, will ya? Oh, yes. Your have checked. Your sir are not who you say you are. What the hell are you talking about? Captain Jonas. Wait, wasn't it Captain Mark? It was Captain Mark before, and now we're Captain Jonas. Pulls the vanilla folder he's keeping under his arm and drops it on the front of John, who opens it slowly. You are not John McClane. Look, I am who I say I am. I am a detective with my station. They will vouch for me. You may not be a detective, but we know what you are. But he said he was a detective. Captain
No, they don't,
Jonas.
man.
Captain Jonas throws the little black bag that John was carrying this entire time on the slides right in front of John, and he looks at it. I don't like drug dealers doing business. In my check to your prints, they don't match. That of one detective cannot match the prints of a dead one. Nor a man who died first was Hans Gruber, assistant. His right hand is another thing I don't like about your company you keep.
What?
Captain Jonas is about to walk out of the little room when John calls him, closes the door, and walks around the table. I have a right to a phone, don't I? Yes, you do.
Wow, that was
John-
the first complete sentence.
It's like everybody just came down for whatever they were smoking.
I think the frame rate is just skipping in reality, in John McClane's reality, so like people are skipping half their sentences.
Yeah, he's getting like frame drops. You ever have
Yeah.
DeviantArt fix? We did a DeviantArt special one time. That was pretty great. We had like and Nebula. And, like, I remember that. I was pretty
Peter
dumb.
Pendragon one of those, or was he?
Yeah, he was. That was one of those. Yeah, that was.
That was the best. That was the best one. Okay.
We could do those.
We could. Alright. Yes you do. John is now calling his good friend at the NYPD, Sir. Al knows damn well he is Detective John McClane. Hey Al, John, is it you? How the hell are you? Not so good, Al. Apparently you were talking to a dead man. What? That's right, and get this. I have also been told I just killed Hans Gruber assistant Michael McBurgan. Wow, sounds like you had a busy day. Yeah, I had a dull moment in the life of John. I need from you is to somehow bring me back to life. This is getting romantic. What are you saying, John? You faked your death something? Yeah, I faked my death just like my prince for me, will ya, Al? Al did as John asked and ran his prince. Oh, that's what he asked him. And ran his prince through the old department computer, is stunned at what he had learned and found name of one John McClane has no social security number and no date of is no record of being a detective. Wow, John, you won't like what I just found. All right, you are dead. How the hell is that possible? Oh, I get it now. This is the Sixth Sense, and he's just finding out that he's dead. There you go. How the hell is that possible, Al? I am right here breathing. John, in this day and age, it is very easy to erase somebody's name and identity. Is there somebody you have ticked off big time recently? No, about the only name that comes to mind is Hounds. Is making my life a living hell, even after he is dead. John, you just hang me, call the airport security, and I will fix John. Please stay out of trouble in the meantime. Al, that is asking it fast, because without those records, I am a drug dealer and a murderer.
That's the worst way to find out, personally.
It is. Oh, we're reaching the conclusion. John is kept in the security jail until proof of his life is he is who he says. He lays his head against the wall and thinks about what this world would be like without Detective John. The world would be safer with him? Or would it be more safer without has never played by the rules? And this little stunt just proves is just a taste for him what life is like without Detective John does not like it.
Oh wait, I'm being called. Hang on. Give me a second.
Like John McClane needs, so he can figure out his identity.
I just read that. And I can't even process what it meant.
Well,